Welcome everybody to round 8 of season 5. We're live from Donington, and the drivers are just about to start on their formation lap here. Today you'll be joined by, well, actually it's only me today. The other commentators were busy, so on the starting grid we have Mark Whitford in first, and we have Pasinides starting second, Foldacey third, Clark in fourth. I think that was, yeah, I think fifth should be, hold on, I have to look at this sheet here. Can't memorize everything. Fifth place is Tahir Balikaya. Starting in sixth is James Pendry. Rocky Morton starting seventh, and Kieran O'Keefe in eighth. And last we have Havelo. Today is a night race, of course, which is the tradition here on Olympus for the final race of the season. We'll see how the drivers will handle the night race. This is the first night race of the season, so it's going to be interesting to see who's actually used to drive in the night. A lot of these drivers are, a few of these drivers are rookies, so they might not have driven in these conditions before. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Did we lose Pasinides? Did he disconnect, as always? That would suck for him. I can't see him. I do believe we lost Pasinides. Or, no, wait. He's in the pit. Why did he start in the pit? Okay, I have missed something. Okay, so that's interesting. So he's going to be starting from the pit lane. He had a good qualification. He qualified in second place, so it would have been a really good race for him, but now he has to chase all the other drivers. Could make for some good racing around Donington, but very unfortunate. Of course, I think he got a pretty good pace, so he could still take one of the overall podiums, but we'll just have to wait and see. Interesting to hear why he starts in the pit. It's really interesting. Looks like we're about to start here. Let's see who gets away first. Clark is going to be.
Green light, go, go, go.
Oh, I think Clark is going to get a penalty for that one. Clark, of course, in the pink McLaren there. Oh, a little bit of a touch there. Slap that one. Alright. Guess the timings are a little bit. Oh, Mark Westford is getting off to a good start as normal. Foldacey also, and looks like Pendry has climbed at least one position so far. James Pendry moving up into third place. Foldacey, of course, is the only BMW this season. I even believe he's the first BMW in Olympus ACC history. So it's good to see a BMW. I think it's a car that I'm not really sure why people don't pick it, but I think it's a car that a lot of people could learn to love if they just stick to it. I myself tried it a few times, and yeah, personally, I love that car. So we see James Penry looks like he is closing up on Foldacey. Foldacey, of course, he's in the Pro class, but James Penry is in the Black class. Because Penry didn't qualify, so Penry would probably have qualified in the Pro class, so it is looking expected. Looks like we have a gap already down to the little bit slower drivers. Rocky Morton getting past by Balikaya, or yeah, Balikaya is in 4th place. Rocky Morton's in 5th right now. Looks like a pretty good battle here in the back between the drivers. Ciavello is falling behind. Of course, one of the newer drivers, so anyone that is new out there, do not be discouraged to join. We welcome everyone, pros, amateurs, midfield drivers. We have specific classes, so if you're actually slower than everyone, you still have something to compete for. And then I'd say participation is always, it goes a long way. As well as sticking in the races even when things doesn't go your way. It's usually what does it. We see Foldacey's keeping the gap to Penry here. Still 1 second gap between them. Whitford's pulled away with 2 seconds. Of course, if you stay in the fight for too long, Whitford is just going to disappear. We've seen this the entire season. Whitford just pulling away almost every race. I think Bathurst was a race where he was behind Fessler for most of the race, but unfortunately Fessler had a little bit of an not an incident, but a unfortunate happening on the track, and Whitford managed to slip by. So we go on board with Rocky here. Jason Clark still chasing. I think if Jason Clark would have been from the start of the season, this battle between Morton and Clark would have been quite an interesting battle to see. O'Keefe falling behind a little bit. Kaya is pulling away from Rocky Morton. It's expected. Of course, he's the only silver driver today, since he unfortunately had Pasanidis. Excuse me. Pasanidis, he unfortunately his game crashed. Well, his wheel died and then his game crashed. So yeah, really unlucky. He's been lucky all season. He's gotten a lot of disconnects and so on, but hopefully he will be back next season to try again, because he's been doing really well, improved a lot. Pretty much he's a little bit reminding of Rocky Morton, also a driver that's been sticking it since the very first season of Olympus. 2 first seasons we did Project Cars. The 3 last seasons we've been doing ACC. But yeah, Rocky Morton is improving every season. In this season, he is leading the AM Class Championship, and it looks like he's going to win it. I don't think anybody can actually challenge him, so that's good. And O'Keefe is, of course, taking 2nd place in the overall standings, assuming he can finish this race. Rocky Martin, Jason Clark, still sticking to each other, which is looking like it's allowing Balikaya to pull away a little bit. I'm not going to count them out yet, because Balikaya, he might make a mistake or two. So we'll just have to see. Oh, as I say that, Rocky Morton makes a mistake. Letting Jason Clark pass up into 5th place. Now Rocky Morton is all of a sudden under pressure from his teammate again. Which I don't think they're going to be battling too much. Seeing as Rocky Morton has a slightly better pace. Rocky Morton's pace right now, last lap was 129.6 compared to O'Keefe. He's almost 1.5 seconds slower than Morton right now. Ciavello sticking to it. Good to see, even though he's lacking the pace of even the AM class drivers. It's good to see that he's sticking to it. He's going to get some pretty decent points from this race and from the previous races, so if he finishes this, he's going to climb quite high in the standings, which is always good. Morton doing the same mistake again, going a little bit wide there. Seems to be struggling with knowing when to turn. As we see, James Penry's James Penry's caught up to Peter Foldacey, and he's launching it on the inside now. It looks like he's gonna take this one unless Foldacey can do a switchback here. I think it's a little bit too late. Let's see if he goes on the inside here. Has to get... Oh, he's trying to get it back. Might outbrake himself. Yep. And that is James Penry up into 2nd place. Peter Foldacey losing that 2nd place, unfortunately. James Penry doing really good. Last season, of course, he came in 2nd in the American Series. This season he's only competing in the overall class, so he's not gonna get any podiums, I don't believe, but he is doing really good. Oh, James Penry made a mistake. We missed that. It looks like he's trying to catch up to Foldacey again here. And he's sliding a little bit there. That is unfortunately, I think he might have pushed a little bit too hard there. It's way too early in the race for the tires to be gone by now. It's definitely interesting to see in the replay later on. I think we're going to see a good battle between these guys all the way until the end. Of course, James Penry has to push again to catch up, which is going to wear out his tires faster as well. So, even though James Penry might have the pace, he might get punished by pushing a little bit too hard. Looking at the times here now as well, and oh, as I just look away, I see Penry spinning. And he's stopping. Oh, I was hoping he wouldn't do that. I think he's struggling with his tires, perhaps. Wrong tire pressure. Nope. He ended it there. Well, that's a really unfortunate way to end the season. It was looking like it could have been a really good battle between Foldacey and Penry there. Yeah, unfortunately, A lot of people give up a little bit too easy, I think. Have an incident, just go at it. Still plenty of time. Yeah. We're going on board with Mark Westford. Mark Westford is doing 126.9. Last lap. His best lap is 126.6 right now. So as usual, he does have the pace, the best pace. And of course now Balikaya has moved up to 3rd place when James Henry left the race. It was really unfortunate for James Henry there. Yeah, I think he gave up a little bit too easy because I think he could have actually gotten the overall 3rd place. He just needed to stick to... Oh, what a move! What a move by Jason Clark. Is he going to keep it? Maybe? Rocky Morton, is he going to give it up? Oh, I think he has to, yeah. What a move by Jason Clark. That came out of nowhere. That was pretty amazing. I've never seen anything like that from Jason Clark before, but that was pretty intense. Might be worth to have that in the postseason highlights. Let's see if Rocky can fight back here, or if Jason Clark can hold on to his position. Rocky Morton made a mistake earlier, which allowed... No, Clark must have made a mistake or something, since Rocky Morton actually was in front of him again. Either that, or Rocky Morton has really good pace. I gotta look at the current pace. Rocky Morton's best time is about 100 slower than Jason Clark. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. Looks like a pretty good battle here, but I'm not going to commentator's curse it. Don't want anyone else to get thrown out of the race. Jason Clark in his traditional pink colored livery there, usually pink and black, but this season he went with a pink and white. Followed by Rocky. Rocky's of course been driving for Sport and Motorsport the entire ACC, all the ACC seasons we've had. So that is specific Sport and Motorsport livery there. As we see, he is catching up to Clark right now. I think Clark might be feeling the pressure a little bit. It's interesting to see if Rocky can actually do something about it. If he's brave enough to push past, as we see. That was O'Keefe almost spinning it down the straight. Rocky Morton is, of course, the team leader of the Sporting Motorsports team. His teammate is Kay O'Keefe in 6th place right now. They're actually leading the team championship, so it's looking like they're going to win, assuming they finish this race. It's going to be interesting. Both Rocky Morton and Jason Clark are, of course, Scottish. The two Scottish drivers that are currently active. We have at least one more. I think maybe two even. So yeah, but these two are definitely even in skill level. I think Jason Clark might be slightly better, seeing as he's not had that much practice. But yeah, Rocky Morton is definitely good. Jason Clark finished pretty good last season. Let me see if I can look up the standings from last season here without missing too much of the action. Let's see. Did Jason Clark finish on the podium? Oh no, Jason Clark participated in the silver class last season. So he did not even compete in the AM class. Yeah, so Jason Clark is definitely slightly faster than Rocky Morton and slightly better than. He's definitely a silver class driver. I think with enough practice he could keep up with Balikaya. Because Balikaya has been shooting like a star. Started in the AM class, performed so good that he was moved up to the silver class, and right now he's even competing for some of the overall podiums. So he's been shooting up real fast. Next season we might see him in the pro class. All depends. Of course, it always depends on how many drivers sign up, what skill level they are, and so on. If there's a lot of good drivers, then he might just be moved down a class. If you see Mark Clifford making a mistake, that's quite uncharacteristic of him. Don't I usually make mistakes? Beautiful Lacey in his beautiful BMW. Not sure he made that livery. I believe he might have downloaded that. But nevertheless, it's a beautiful BMW. Of course, the Yokohama sponsor. I believe, and don't tease me if I'm wrong, I believe they are a tire manufacturer. Yokohama Tires. Something like that. If I'm wrong, please scold me in the chat. Oh, the Kai is just flying by. I really love these cameras. Close up, action shots. We get to hear some of the beautiful sound from the Porsche here. Some say it sounds like a vacuum cleaner. I'm gonna agree with that. It sounds like a very beautiful vacuum cleaner, but still a vacuum cleaner. 8 seconds behind Fuldacey. Not sure if he's actually caught up to him. He might have actually caught up to him a little bit. That's interesting. Fuldacey qualified for the pro class, but he's been not been having the fastest season. Could be because of the car, could be other reasons, but he qualified quite good. Of course, we used the Lexus to qualify, so that might be a car that he's a little bit more used to, or at least he's better in that. Aaron O'Keefe is catching up to Rocky, is he? It does feel like he has been catching up to Rocky. Not sure what happened to Rocky's pace, but he was doing pretty good earlier. can see right now that Westford has lapped Havelo about 20 minutes into the race. Because if you're new driver and unsure, don't worry. There's always someone to compete with. We have everyone in all classes and all skill. Oh, yeah, Rocky is starting to make mistakes. He's losing that focus. Rocky's a little bit of a unpredictable driver sometimes. Sometimes he's doing really good, other times he's a little bit just loses his focus every now and then, and that's when mistakes happen. As we see Kieran O'Keefe making a big spin there. Lucky for these drivers, this is not bother, so the balls will not hurt them. Unless they are really unfortunate, of course. But yeah, we'll see if O'Keefe can actually catch up to Rocky there again. There's still 50 minutes left of the race. 25 minutes completed. If my math is not completely off. Look at that car. This must definitely be a own-made car, because it is quite personalized. I'm not quite sure if it has his name on it. Of course, for those that don't know, each class, the number you can see in the window screen of the cars, they all have a different color based on what class the cars are in. So as we're watching Tahir Balikaya here, he's got a yellow. His position and his initials say in yellow. That means he's in the silver class. And if you look at other drivers, I believe the black class have blue colored neon in the window, and M class should have red, and then Pro class is white, if I'm correct. I do believe that is how it works. If we can go to one of the pro drivers to check. Yeah, full Daisy there, he's in white neon. If you check Pendry, he should be blue. Oh yeah, Pendry's out of the race. Do we have any black drivers? Jason Clark. Yeah, it's like blue, purple. So that's how you can keep track of them in the night when you can't see the M marker, the Pro marker, or the other markers. I will take a short water break, but I'll be right back. And we are back. Let me see, do we have any changes? Looks like we're on board at Daisy right now. That beautiful BMW sound. That engine roars like a, I would say tiger, but it sounds more like a T-Rex or something. Henry out. Kai is in third. Clark, fourth. St. Clark from Scotland, representing the white and blue. Not the, unlike the Finnish drivers that are representing the blue and white. Let's see here, Rocky Martin still in fifth, O'Keefe in sixth. Has O'Keefe been able to? O'Keefe has been. What has O'Keefe been doing? And also, Havella has. Oh, Havella has taken a pit stop, and so has O'Keefe. Okay, now I understand. Havella is still one lap down. About to be lapped by O'Keefe. Of course, Havella is probably the newest driver and the most inexperienced, so he does have quite a lot to learn. But yeah. It's good that he sticks with it and gets that free practice. Even if it's a race, even if it doesn't go your way, it's always good to stay in the race. Get some. Oh, that was close. Is that full Daisy taking first place? I believe it is, although Whitford does have a pit stop already made. So we have a new leader. Beautiful lady. Let's see how long he can hold Whitford off. Of course, he is gonna have to pit at some point, but could be interesting to see how long he can hold them off. I've never seen Felice in front of Whitford this season, so it's gonna be interesting to see. It's a test of his defensive skills. And now there's 1.1 second between them. Does look like it's shrinking. Kai is 11 seconds behind Whitford. We have Jason Clark, Whitford, Keith, Havella. Oh, okay, that was easy. It almost looked like he let him go. A little bit unfortunate. We would have been fun to see a battle there. Felice and Whitford both in the pro class, but there's quite a lot of difference between their pace overall. They qualified pretty similar, but overall the races, it looks like Whitford is more, he knows the tracks more, he knows everything, he's very consistent. He rarely makes a mistake. We saw one mistake earlier this race. That's one of the few ones we've seen. I think the mistake was actually up at the next corner here, the last corner of the track. Don't ask me the name of the corner. I do not know it. But we went a slightly wide here earlier, almost went out into the grass. Just like Havella there. Not sure if he did that on purpose to let everybody pass. It does look like it. Hopefully stays in the race there. Oh, and we see Fuldaci go off. Is that contact between Clark and Fuldaci, or what happened? That's another one for the replays after the race. Oh. Looking at easy. Keith is up into 5th now. Oh, Keith has passed Jason Clark in the pit, it looks like. So it looks like Jason Clark is now chasing Keith. Possible different pit strategies. Jason Clark might have gone for a full tire change, while O'Keefe did not. O'Keefe is going a little bit wide there. Checking with them. Jason Clark now passing O'Keefe. O'Keefe went into the pit lane again. Looks like he's trying to clear both his pit stops. Possibly change his tires as well. Kai is always... No. O'Keefe just cleared his pit stop. It does look like he went for 2 quick pit stops just to stay ahead. An interesting strategy. His tires are going to be pretty worn out at the end, but it will give him the advantage of being in front of Jason Clark at the end of the race. Of course, that depends on how Jason Clark handles himself on the track and when he takes his second pit stop. Terrible to Kaya clearing his first pit stop now. Jason Clark is not that far behind. Well, I do not think he's going to be able to catch up to him. Kaya leaving the pit lane right now. Jason Clark is chasing Mark Westward, but he is a few laps down, so at least 1 lap down. Unlapping himself right now. Westward is clearing his last pit stop, as Fuldaci still have 2 pit stops to go. Fuldaci continues on track.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Halfway mark. Beautiful Lady is in the lead. Still got 2 pit stops to go though. I do not believe that Fuldaci is going to be able to keep ahead of Mark Westwood, even if he does his 2 stops and goes. It is possible, but I don't think so. Mark Westwood is the second driver to clear all his pit stops. While Kaya and Clark got 1 pit stop to go, as well as Morton and Cavallo. So Fuldaci is the only driver that has not pitted yet. I'm just going to let you enjoy the engine sound for a moment. Just as I get back, I see Kieran O'Keefe and Rocky Martin are now battling, although Rocky Martin still has one pit stop to go. So Rocky Martin's been having a little bit of a struggle this race. Doesn't seem like this might be his track. It's still good to see a battle going on. Hello, got one pit stop to go. It looks like everybody still has the same. Go board with the leader. He's actually being caught up to by Jason Clark. Goes into the pit lane here. Jason Clark. His last lap was... His best lap was 128.7. Is he 127.9? Well, Jason Clark was 2 seconds faster than Phil Lacey last lap. This gotta have been some sort of incident that we did not see. And O'Keefe still in front of Rocky Martin. All of course, these guys are teammates, so they probably won't battle too hard. But we can always hope. I love this camera angle right now. Good as well. There's the endurance light inside of the car. So you see Havola is up ahead of them. Hopefully he won't slow them down too much. As the Sporting Motorsports car comes rolling by. Lacey's cleared his first pit stop, and Mark Wesley's already passed, so yeah. Looks like... Oh yeah, Balikaya still has one pit stop as well as Phil Lacey, but Balikaya seems to have caught up 3 seconds or so on Phil Lacey in the pit stop, so might be down to pit strategy here. I don't know if Phil Lacey is going to take his second pit stop now. Get out of the way if they're gonna sit on it a little bit. See Havella going real wide there. Really doesn't want to be in the way of any of the drivers. Definitely don't need to be that defensive. Or precautious. Moment. Going on board with Mark Bedford now. Balikaya is still in second, or he is in second place now. So Lacey's cleared his second pit stop. Velo just moving out of the way. He feels really uncomfortable. A little bit. To say he's even more playing it more safe than Rocky Morton usually does. As we're coming up to Rocky Morton here, Bradford is about to lap him. Rocky is signaling with his blinker that he's going to go to the left there. I think that's always appreciated by drivers when you're lapping someone, that they're clearing and telling you which way they're going to go. Of course, that goes even if you're on the same lap. Could be good. Mark Whitford pushing through. Not much to say about Whitford. He's always on point. Not making a lot of mistakes. He's the only driver in his team this season. Of course, last season he had his teammate. But his teammate couldn't make it this season, so he is driving by himself. Despite this, his team is doing pretty well in the team standings. Of course, Whitford has won each race that he has participated in, so that does factor in. Schiavello's just moving out of the way and getting some free practice. I'm not sure if he is listening to the broadcast, but if he is, please stop pulling over. It's making me nervous every time. I think somebody has an incident. Let's see, Balikaya doing pretty good, second place. Still has one pit stop to go over Daisy that's cleared his. If I'm looking at the map right now, it looks like Balikaya is gonna come out behind Lacey, but I think it's gonna be quite tight. Yeah, we'll just have to see if Balikaya takes his pit stop this lap or stays out. Or is Balikaya the one and only Turkish driver this season? I believe it was in the season 3 we also had a Turkish driver. What was his name? Suskiet, no? Might have been Suski. No, I think that's a Polish guy. Nevertheless, there was a Turkish driver. So Balikaya is the second Turkish driver, but I do believe Balikaya is slightly better than the other driver. The other driver was fast, but he didn't deal with the pressure. There's a lot of drivers that are... Oh, is Falathi already passed him? He is. He's got quite a big margin as well. I think my calculations have been completely off here. CC Havello taking his last pit stop. That means Jason Clark and Rocky Morton are the only drivers on track that have yet not cleared their pit stops. Still, there's 25 minutes left of the race. A lot can happen. Jason Clark is only 7 seconds behind Faldesi now. And it's pretty good, although he does have one more pit stop. I think it's going to come out behind Balikaya, but definitely in front of Rocky. Assuming Rocky doesn't take his pit stops before. Excuse me. are back again. Sorry about that. It's a lot of stuff going on at once. Beautiful Lacey is up into second again, yeah. Jason Clark still having cleared his pit stop. But Jason Clark is having good pace on Full Lacey right now. Or if it's the other way around, that Full Lacey's having bad pace. Full Lacey seems like a driver that has, sometimes he has those moments where he can push really hard, but then he drives quite safe the rest of the time. I would say a little bit reminding of me. Personally, for me, it's a lot about, as long as I can be behind someone, I can push pretty hard. I could keep up with quite fast guys, actually, sometimes. But then if I lose their track, then my pace just goes off. Beautiful Lacey might be a similar driver in that regard. Hopefully we can get an interview with him after the race and can ask him about that. I know there's a lot of drivers that likes to have cars behind them and feel the pressure that way. Then you have the other people like me and possibly Full Lacey that does like the pressure from having someone in front of you chasing like a wild dog with rabies. Jason Clark is now the only driver left with a pit stop, and Rocky Martin is now behind O'Keefe. O'Keefe is quite far ahead of Rocky even, so Rocky's got to be struggling. I'm not sure if Havella has stopped actually pulling over, but I have a feeling that he does, that he has. I mean, you can even see on the map here the pace difference between Havella and Clark. So Havella is really careful in the corners. Let's check in with those guys. Being chased by Clark here. I'll pull over now, Havella. I mean, don't defend, but definitely stay on track. Yeah, that's right. Make it clear which way you're gonna go. Let him go. Nice textbook. It's very well done. The clock is just flying by. You can definitely see the difference in pace between the different drivers. Especially if they're new or if they've been around for a while. Mark Westford's been racing for quite some time. Even has his own little community. Well, I say little, but they're quite big. Yeah, Mark Whistler is a good driver. It's really good pace. I would say the most, I don't know how to put it in English, but he has the best, like, the most valuable skill that Westford has is that he is consistent. Take away the consistency and only keep the speed, and Mark Westford would not be nearly as good as he is. If you take away the speed but keep the consistency, Mark Westford would still be up competing for the top, no doubt. Consistency is the key. I've always said it, and I'm always going to say it. Without consistency, without the will to keep fighting, the will to not give up, you're definitely never going to succeed. Like in any sport, any competitive game. Someone that has been competing almost his entire life in varied sports, you can tell if somebody got the will to succeed, they're going to succeed. The winners they win because they don't give up, because they're stubborn, because they push themselves. I think if there's anyone listening that's been in the military as well, you know that once you think you're done, when you don't have anything left to give, you know you still have at least 50% left. You just gotta like find a way to squeeze that out, and that's what the professionals can do. Professional athletes, sim drivers, race car drivers, anyone that does anything professionally. That's why they are successful. Of course, each person has a varied base skill level if you want. So not everybody could be Michael Schumacher or Wayne Gretzky or Zlatan or but you can definitely be in the top and become a pro if you keep the attitude of never giving up, just pushing. This is seeing these beautiful lines here. You will learn soon to, as you see, he uses the entire track when he's driving. It's something that amateur drivers fail to do quite a lot of the time. And you can see this with pro drivers. You can see that they always use the entire track. They go side to side. They're always right on the limit. Like, there's just millimeters difference between being fast and being super fast. Like, millimeters in each corner does a big difference for the entire lap. That's why you see the pro drivers being so much faster. Right now, the slowest driver in the last lap was Kieran O'Keefe with 1:33.7. Last lap's fastest driver was Mark Whitford. He had a time of 1:28.6. That's a 5-second difference. So that would tell you how much of a difference it makes to squeeze every little inch out of the track and the car. Balikaya still in third. And we see Havelo pulling over to the side or going off track, possibly. I believe he went off by accident and then he waited for the cars. Feeling a little bit insecure about this track, I believe. I think he might have the wrong tire pressure. He might not have set it correctly. It's easy in the nighttime to not get the tire pressures right. When you have such a big time difference, not such a big time difference, what I'm saying. I mean, when it's getting in these strange hours of racing, like we started the race at, let's see, when did we start? I think should have been 23. And why am I wrong? Why do I feel like I'm wrong? Well, either way, we're starting in a weird time. So the temperature on the track has gone down by almost 3 degrees. 3 degrees are going to make a big difference on the grip you get if you have the tire pressure wrong. Some of the more experienced drivers probably have changed their tires or changed their tire pressures before in the setup, which will allow them to keep a steady grip as the temperature go down. Whereas the later in the night it's going to get, the colder it's going to get. So it does a big difference. It does make a big difference. Then you have endurance races, taking into account all the temperature changes and stuff. You kind of got to be quite calculative when you're setting up your pit strategies for endurance races. You could calculate the tire pressure and all that ahead of the race. It is possible, but it is hard because you never know if it's going to start raining or if it's going to be sunny or whatever. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate in ACC that you can't actually let your co-drivers change the tire pressure or the pit stop strategy when your teammate is driving. It's always the guy in the car that has to do it, which is a little bit unrealistic and also quite difficult. It's not easy to sit and scroll through menus when you're actually driving, especially not in VR. It's quite a task. You lose a lot of pace, or you could even lose the road. You'd go right off if you're not paying attention. So yeah, it's definitely something that ACC needs to be looking at. I think a lot of drivers would love that. So we're following the beautiful Lacey's that did a 1:29.9 last lap, which is 2 seconds slower than his best lap, so he's definitely lost a lot of pace. So speaking of him not, he might be needing someone in front of him to help him push, or behind him. Yeah, Rocky Martin pushing on. Doesn't have any cars ahead. Everyone's pretty spread out right now. Not a lot going on. 10 minutes to go. All pit stops cleared. Now it's down to driver skill, and we'll see who is the winner. We'll also reveal who will be the winner of the season. I do not believe there was any incidents, so the results that we get after the race will probably be the final results. Quite interesting to see who will win the AM Silver and Pro class, although I do believe we might have some clear winners. I do believe Whitford will take the Pro class, Balikaya will probably take the Silver class, and Rocky Martin will definitely get the AM class victory for this season. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to get the other podium places. See the two Porsches closing in on each other, like two homing missiles. Porsche's quite a beautiful car. Oh, Rocky is going very wide here. I think he is planning on letting Tahir go by, but that was quite the detour. You can see the back of the car there as the exhausts are glowing. Driver with the slowest best time right now is Kieran O'Keefe, so CMO has actually got a fastest time than O'Keefe right now. That is interesting to see. Despite Cavallo being 3 laps down, he actually has has the chance to be faster than O'Keefe on this track. That's something to work on. I think Havela might need to work on his consistency, otherwise I think he will be doing pretty well. Oh! Mark Withford losing his back in there for a split second. Not sure, he might be pushing for the quali laps. That was just a little bit of an accident. Oh, Rocky Morning getting a drive-through. Too many track limits. Too many track limits with Rocky Morton there. Jason Clark. Best lap 128.6, last lap 129. There's a big difference. Of course, when the tires are not optimum or when they are quite worn out, the difference is 1 or 2 seconds depending on who's driving the car and how worn out the tires are. Avello with the team name not last, which is a bit of an ironic name there, but I think that is on purpose. As well as the colors on his Lamborghini there. The Lamborghini tractor, as he says. This one coming up yet again on C. Havela here for the lapping. See what Havela does. Goes to the left. I think Mark Wessel was quite ready there. A little bit too slow on the outside there. Only 4 minutes left, so that is 3 laps left, I would say. We have 3 more laps to go. So I'm going to take a drink here real quick. Mark Westford, another lap completed. I wonder if he ever gets sick of winning. I do wonder if he ever gets sick of winning. It's a little bit unfortunate that we can't have interviews with him. He does usually have a race right after this one, so it's unfortunate, but yeah, he is doing a lot of races, and I'm pretty sure that's how he got as good as he is. It's racing, racing, racing. Of course, you also got to learn something from your racing. You could be doing something a million times, but if you don't think about learning from your mistakes, then you are never going to get good. See the Lola going way off. Clark pushing on. Only Olympus driver in the race right now. Fortunately, one is working, the other two are probably out having a great time in the sun. I think a lot of drivers are not here due to the a lot of companies lifting their restrictions. I think a lot of people are out due to that reason and not able to attend, which is understandable. It's been a long, hard 1.5 years, almost 2 years, I would say. It feels like it anyways. On the final lap, I think Mark Westford might be slowing down just so he would not be able to get another lap in. On board with Mark Westford here in a second. Final few corners here. Fly across the finish line here in a second. And here he goes for the final time this season. Mark Westford takes the first place, as well as first place overall in the season. He's the first consecutive winner. He's won 2 seasons in a row, and congratulations to him. Last season he won with the Bentley, and this season he won with the McLaren. He is a really consistent driver, and I'm pretty sure that is the main reason he is winning. Good job, Mark. Hope to see you next season, season 6, starting in the fall. So anyone that's interested, keep your eyes out. It will be announced not too long from now. Full Daisy taking second place, forgot to mention that. Parabolic Kayak coming across the finish line here shortly, taking overall 3rd place, as well as the silver win. Looked like he was set to win from the start, since he's the only driver. Passanidis had a chance, but he was really unlucky. O'Keefe going across the line, taking the AM victory of this race. And there, Tahir takes the 3rd place. That was the final race of the season. Unfortunately, quite a few drivers, 2 drivers that had really
show them what you got.
Really unlucky. But yeah, I think it's been a good season. We're gonna come in with some interviews here in a second, so stay tuned and we'll get that.
Green, green, green. 3 wide with hand.
They're running into each other left and right.
All clear, nice work. Outside on your bumper. All clear.
All right, welcome back, guys. Let me see here. We're gonna get some interviews on board. We have 2 drivers for interviews. We're not only gonna interview for the race, we're also gonna interview for the season. I think we have Team Sportive Motorsports. Hello there, Karen. Can you hear me? That was an interesting race. You got a. Is this your first victory? Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, Rocky won almost all the races except for the ones you won. Yeah. Yeah, you had some issues. We saw that in the live stream. So that was why, I guess. Yeah, it sounds like everybody should get themselves a girlfriend. Because seems like you owe her this victory right now. Yeah, you guys were in the lead before the race, so it looks pretty good for you guys. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts about the season in general, or how do you feel about it? So I know this is your first season. Yep, and hopefully next season we can get 3 different series up. But it always depends. It like varies up and down how many people are participating. But yeah, it's been a fun season and good racing, man. Yep, take care, man. Alright, looks like we have a new driver as well. Done for some interviews. Let's go with Tahir Balikaya here. He got his first overall podium today, I believe. Hello, Tahir. Can you hear me? You got this is your first overall podium, isn't it? Oh yeah, yeah. But you got an overall podium today, so that's really good. Yeah, did your race was pretty uneventful, was it? Or oh, so you did two pit stop or tire changes? Yeah, because when we were looking at the your position on track, I was predicting that you would come out about right behind Full Daisy or somewhere around there. But then we see you like way far behind after. So I guess that's where you changed your tires as well. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. He wasn't. He's in the pro class, so uh, it's an expected result. But yeah, it's been a really good season for you. I'm not sure if you might actually even be on the overall podium. You might be in third place or something like that in the overalls. Uh, yeah, yeah. So you've been really lucky. So next season, definitely pro class and go for the victory. Yeah, yeah. Jokes aside, jokes aside. It's been a good season for you. Yeah, and yeah, for sure, man. It's always fun to do these things. I love hosting, so um, yeah, it's fun. Hopefully, we'll see you next season. I think it will be around fall somewhere sometime. But yeah, yep. Thank you, man, and have a good one. I think we will check in with Rocky Martin here. He's been waiting a while. Hello, Rocky. Yes, your race. It was didn't look like it was going the way you wanted it to. It, you were struggling quite a bit on this track. I don't know. Was it the car or the track? Yeah, yeah. You should have definitely been practicing in the nighttime. And for anyone that's listening, that's always practice for the time that the race is. Yep, yep. I think Monza might be slightly more lit up, maybe. Yeah, there was a lot of pretty good fights going on at the beginning there, and then slowly as time went down, everybody started making mistakes and going off.
that was my battle finished really.
Just as I now realize that I don't think anyone's been hearing anything I've been talking to. They've just been hearing my voice for all the
Okay.
interviews. but still, it's good to hear what people say.
Yeah. Oh well, there you go.
But yeah, it's been a good season for you, and I'm pretty sure you got the AM class victory. So that is one step up. I think last season you had second place in the AM class.
Yeah, this is definitely a better season for me. Just starting to learn more about how these cars, or how the Porsche in particular, handles the weight distribution and the braking and all that jazz. So yeah, driving's a little bit better this season, I would say.
Yeah, you can definitely see improvement over all the seasons, but the season 3 you had to start over, and then um, season 4 you were better than in season 3, and then season 5 now you're
Yeah.
even better. So hopefully next season you might even be competing in the silver class. But yeah,
Yeah, I need to keep improving. Yeah, and I think today I've not checked Steam, but I think today will also have been. Yes, it is. As of this afternoon, 500 hours in Assetto Corsa Competizione. 500 hours.
that was very nice. That's a lot of practice.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
th-
Great game.
yeah, it's been a really fun season. Do you have any thoughts on the season overall, or?
Uh, yeah, I mean it's been a great season. All the drivers have been really good. Um, it's a great bunch of drivers. You've got very courteous and good drivers, and drivers that we can learn from as well. So the drivers have been good, the tracks have been good, the organisation by yourself has been top notch, first class, Eric. So thanks for that.
Yeah, thank you as well for your help. I don't know if most people might not know it, but you also help with the highlights videos. So big thanks to you for that.
Yeah, no
That,
problem.
that takes a lot of stress off of me so I don't have to do everything. But
Yeah, even if it's little jobs, a lot of little jobs make it easier for you to spend time on the more important things. So yeah, not a
yeah,
problem.
yeah, yeah. It's been a good season, and thank you for participating, and congratulations to the victory.
Okay, thanks again, Eric.
And well, we'll see before next season, but we'll definitely see next season.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. All right, man. Take care.
Okay, bye.
All right, that was it. Unfortunately, I forgot to unmute my desktop, so you could not hear most of the drivers. But O'Keefe said he had some issues with his pedals, and that's why he was struggling on the track. He got some help from his wife that was fiddling with the pedals, trying to fix them while he was racing. So yeah, we should all get ourselves a wife like Kieran's wife, for sure. And yeah, he was pretty happy with the season and his performance. And it's gonna be interesting to see him next season. See if he improves. What did Balikaya say? Yeah, Balikaya said he had a pretty good season. He's finishing high in the silver class. I think even winning the silver class possibly. Might also be close, if not on third place for overall. But I'll have to double check that. So yeah, it's a good season from a lot of new drivers, as well as the old timers like Rocky. Mark Whitford taking his second win in a row, second season in a row. He's won. He's the first driver to ever win 2 consecutive titles. So congratulations to him. He's a great driver, great guy. is a very fair driver, very clean, very nice. Yeah, just a lot of positive things about all the drivers in our league. I want to thank everybody for racing with us, and everybody for like being respectful on track. Yeah, I think I love everybody in this league. It's really fun to organize when everybody's really respectful and friendly towards each other. So it's a good community, and if anybody wants to join, just join our Discord. It should be a link in the description. Yeah, and we'll definitely see you before next season starts. We're going to be hosting a NASCAR, a 90s NASCAR series in a few weeks here in AC1. So if anybody's interested in that, you can join our Discord and sign up to that. Yeah, that will be a little bit more relaxed than this, but still, it's fun, and anybody who wants to join can join. So yeah, I don't have too much more to say about this season, but it's been a good season. Love you all, everybody in this community. It's really fun organizing. I feel like I'm going around in circles now, but yeah. Yeah, it's been a fun season. Hopefully season 6 is as fun, if not more. And yeah, hopefully we have more drivers when it's not summertime. So yeah, thank you for watching. And if you want to keep up with all our stuff, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell as well. Why not? So yeah, we'll definitely be back. Everybody take care. Have a good summer, and we'll see you guys soon.
Green and white checkers in the air. Oh, Michael! Now overshoots turn 1.
Green, green, green. 3 wide with half.
They're running into each other left and right.
All clear. Nice work. Outside on your property. All clear.